Alright, everyone. WeaponCollector here. Alright, so we're just doing the normal sort of chat. My camera's really low, isn't it? Don't want to be seeing my bin. So yeah, just a normal old thing. Chat about whatever you want within reason. That seems really weird today, the camera. Yeah, chat about whatever you want within reason, as I always say. Right, Saint. Right, Dan. Yeah, so how are you lot? You alright? I finished this off today. Yeah, I'm alright. Brandon, you alright, mate? Saint said, not bad, you. Tom's Garage, you right, mate? Mr. Live Era, you right? Yeah, so just be the normal old thing, you know, we'll just chat about whatever, wait for people to get on. Yeah, that's what I've been doing today. Sort of a bit of babysitting, and sword, scabbard making. You're right, T2 commenting, yeah, I'm glad you like that. I nearly didn't upload that video, but when I rewatched it, and it made me laugh, so I thought other people probably like that, so yeah, I'll put that on. My beard's a little bit long. Let's trim that. Yeah, T2 said evening, Mike. Loved the video earlier. Brandon said I've been to school today. What, like, first time back, do you mean, or you've been back for a while? But yeah, all right, we had a good day. Daniel said not too well. Got a fever. Got a corona test negative. Turns out I have septic arthritis in my knee. I'm bed, but bloody hell, Dan. I hope you're all right. That don't sound good at all. That sounds horrible, in fact. Yeah, I hope you're all right. Fuck's sake. That does not sound pleasant. What you want, antibiotics and painkillers, I suppose. Saying about painkillers, I may need to take some myself in a minute because I've hurt my bloody... You know when I had that crushing injury? I crushed myself. Well, last week when I did the test cutting, I sort of twinged that again. And today I may have done it a bloody again. Zed, you right, mate? Tom's Garage had got a question about bolts later on. Yep, ask it now if you want, Tom. Daniel said tons of them. Yeah, I bet you are, mate. I bet you are. Weapon and stuff. Liam, you right, mate? I said evening will be on for an hour as work. Oh, yeah, forget you're back to work now, aren't you? All right, mate. Yeah, good to see you on. I've just been doing this today. So that's the scabbard. I'm going to get some more varnish soon because everything I use I don't really like that much. So it's got a little leather end on it. Can't quite see that in this light. Leather here. And then the actual sword is double-edged, but it's not very sharp at the minute. In fact, I could rub my fingers on there, no issue. The handle's quite nice. You'll see a full video of this tomorrow. That is actually brown electrical tape over leather, and then I put some black dye on it. That actually looks like leather itself, doesn't it? Very nice grippy handle as well. Yeah. But there'll be a full video of that tomorrow. So I did it tomorrow and didn't have time. Dan said knee is the size of a melon. Basically, fluid around the knee has gone affected. Funny thing is, I had a quick look. Yeah, I googled it. Yeah, looks horrible. Zed said, "Don't go to hospital with it, Mike. I'll give you the arse rape pills as painkillers." No, luckily I'm not in any real pain. I just noticed I twinged it ever so slightly. Yeah, the day after I did, you know, when I did that bottle cutting last week, and I hit that really big bottle, I did that. I twisted round so much and hit it so hard it twinged that. And Sunday, I was getting the pains here and a very sharp pain there. Nowhere near as bad as the time when I actually crushed myself, because the time I crushed myself, all of my entire bowels hurt, including it felt like there was like pliers on my colon when I was going to the toilet. None of that. It's just a little bit on my side. And I don't actually have it right now, but I've got a feeling it might come back a little. I got a tiny little bit anyway, but it's not bad. Yeah, I hope you get better, Dan. T2 said, I hope it all gets better for you soon. Mr. Live here said, looks good. Brandon said, I've seen. Oh, Sol, yeah, you know Sol the skinhead, don't you? Sorry, Brandon, yeah. Daniel said to T2, I hope so. If it doesn't, I'll be in hospital for a few weeks. Yeah, I hope you're all right, Dan. Yeah, hopefully them tablets will, get rid of it. Yeah, that's what you've all been at today. There's 10 people on. I've got a feeling, because I did that video a minute ago, this ain't going to send it out to people. We'll see. I'll be on long enough for people to eventually get on. Thank you, Liam. You said you like the stream. Yeah, I bet because I put that video on a minute ago. I'll tell you what, actually, do you know what I've done today? I've done, do you know what, Mr. Live here? I'm surprised you was. I'm genuinely surprised you were notified. Do you know why? Because YouTube has a thing where they'll only send out a certain amount of notifications a day. And do you know what I've done today? I shared that link to that girl's to the woman's YouTube. Keegan. She's just given up drinking, and I thought I could give her a bit of support. I know what it's like to give up drinking. So I thought I'd share her channel for her because she seemed quite nice. Yeah. And it might help her, But, anyway, I shared that, and then I put my video on. So I'm surprised this hasn't. It wouldn't surprise me if this didn't get shared at all. Dennis, right, mate? And he said, why do you live in the UK but enjoy collecting weapons? Why not live in the US? I would live in the US if I could, I suppose. My family live in yeah, because I'm British. I suppose that's the simplest way to put it, actually. Yeah, because I was born here. My family live in the UK. I don't live in America. I can't afford to live in America. I can't afford to go there. I haven't got a passport. I'd have no real family. I have got family in America, but not that I really know. Like, I don't know them. I have got family in America, but I don't know them. I've never met them. Yeah, that's it, really. I don't mind it over. Meth Lab Larry, he said, cheers, brother. Clocked into work already drunk. Gonna be streaming you in and out. Oh, nice one, mate. Nice one. Then he said, get your passport, come visit. I'll put you up. Thank you, Jess. Well, I have a lot of people who say that, and I appreciate it. Maybe one day. It's getting the money, really, is the issue for me. Richard, you right, mate? He said, just woke up from cat nap. Nice one. Look what I finished today. What kind of looks that got? Do you reckon that's got a sort of got a medieval crossed with sort of Roman sort of look to it, hasn't it? I'll show you properly in a second. Video based Peach, right, mate? Tactical Pirate said Mike, five Mike's quivers waiting to be sold. 5 Mike's quivers waiting to be sold. And if one Mike's quiver should accident fuck's sake, I can't talk now. Actually get sold, there'll be 4 Mike's quivers waiting to be sold. Yeah, exactly. That's not even all of them. There's more in the box. I probably bought about enough for another 10. You're right, Tactical, by the way. Glenn B. Miller, you're right, mate? And he said, happy Friday. Yeah, exactly, mate. Tom's guy said Roman. It does have a little bit of a Roman look, doesn't it? Zed said, that looks a bit of an early Gladius. Yeah, I think you're right there. It does. I'll tell you what, unintentionally, this guard wasn't supposed to be this small. It broke when I was trying to bend it. But yeah, the shape of the blade and actual being proper double-edged gives it a Gladius look, doesn't it? It's not properly sharpened yet, though, as you could tell in today's video. Freddie, you right, mate? Yeah, I'm all right. I've hurt my guts ever so slightly, but like a tiny little bit. Yeah, I see what you mean. I never really thought about it. Yeah, it's a bit Gladius with the only thing the Gladius wouldn't have. I don't think it would have that kind of pommel, but yeah. But I totally see it now, said. Dennis said, I'm British too. I came to the US 46 years ago. I looked that one up, Dad. He says it's a bit like a migration period sword. Oh, nice. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, definitely. Similar guard and sort of similar pommel. If that was slightly different shape, yeah, I can see that. Bob the Metal Guy, you right? Bob, how you doing, mate? Yeah, I'm all right. I was just showing this off, the next sword that I've done. I don't know what that little stain is. That's one of those weird stains that was under the paint. Don't matter. It's probably a bit of rust, but yeah. Most things have a nice side and a bad side, so doesn't matter. Fucking got itchy nose like usual. Bob said, Mike, that's sweet. Thank you, Bob. I'll do a proper video soon. I still need to do a bit of sharpening on it. Fred said, looks a bit Viking-ish. Brandon said, can you buy the knives off Amazon? You can buy knives off Amazon. Oh, I'm actually saying that. Yeah, I think you can, but obviously you have to show your ID that you're over 18 nowadays. Zed said to Dennis, really, what does your passport say? Yeah, I suppose if you've been that over there that long, what would it say? But you're right, mate. So I said most people have a nice side and a bad side. Oh, there you go. That's it. Yeah, exactly that. Brady said he got his more off Amazon. Rich said probably some crap on the rollers when the steel was drawn. That's probably there must. I reckon it's something like that, Rich, because it's in the metal. I can't get it out of it. Yeah, that'd be exactly what it is. Yeah, yeah. When I no matter how much you sand that will not come out of that. It's like in the metal. Yeah, you're right. Jamie, you're right, mate. Dennis said it's a British passport, black, and shows a picture of a 7-year-old kid. I became a US citizen in 1983. And video boy said, what blade shape do you want me to make you? Oh, I don't know, Peter. I suppose it depends on the size. I'll tell you what, you could surprise me. What blade shape do you want me to make you? Yeah, he did say that. Just checking, because I sometimes read things wrong. Don't know. I don't want to put the pressure on. Say a dagger. Anything, Pete, and I would love that. Dad said my bad side is a bit bigger than the nice side, rather a lot. Bob said, Pirate, it's all good here. Heavy rain. Oh yeah, how you doing, Bob? You feeling better now? I know you're obviously going to take a while to recover, but yeah. Lone Wolf Bushcraft. That's Sam, ain't it? You're right. That's you, ain't it, Sam? You're right, mate. That is you, ain't it, Sam? Yeah. Dad said to Dennis, you're a US citizen. Then you ain't British anymore, are you? That is you, Sam. I was just checking because, yeah, there's quite a few sort of similar channel names nowadays, isn't there? Because of there being so many. Where am I? Dennis said, yeah. Here in the South, they love getting together to commemorate Civil War. Did you make that sword yourself? Yes, I did. Yeah, yes. It was made. The blade is made from a weed slasher. So I essentially didn't make the blade, but I cut the blade, ground the blade, put this handle on it, made the guard and all that, made the scabbard. Yeah. And the handle's quite made in a way. This handle under here is actually it's glued and bolted on. So even if you manage to break the pommel off, the handle would still be absolutely solid. That would not come off because there's still pins through it. So with this, the pommel isn't holding it all together. The pommel is its own bit, essentially. Bob says, Mike, feeling better all the time, thank you. That's good. That's good to hear. James said, nearly had a threesome last night. I only needed 2 more people. Let's say. Then he said, once made in the UK, you UK forever. Well, there you go. Freddie said, how you been the last couple of weeks? I haven't been on for various reasons. Was it cricket every Saturday, which ended now? Yeah, I'm not bad. I had one weekend where I had a bit of a funny turn and shouted at someone on the stream. Yeah, other than that, yeah, it's been good, really. It's been all right, normal for me. I haven't been going out a lot, really, but then I don't go out a lot anyway. And then the bloody Corona shit. I think I've only been out like 4 times, maybe 5 times this fucking year. You know, no, it don't really bother me. But at the same time, it would have been nice to be able to see people and have a proper chat. But it's getting to the stage where it's going to be probably full on lockdown again soon, isn't it? So then that'll be gone till probably next year, I'd assume, unless you want to break the rules. Which, I don't mind a bit of bending the rules if you're doing it sensibly. Like one person going out to meet one other person in a field and staying apart. You know what I mean? Even on full lockdown, I don't think, as long as because you can do it and still be all right, if that makes sense. Freddie said, I've been out every day for fucking school, for fuck's sake, yeah. No said, I hear some of the northeast is going back. I think they are. You're right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right there, Sam. Dan said, in the US, the death rate of COVID is like -1% for those who catch it. I don't know. Marone Messi, he said, do you remember me? I'm in Ethiopia. I did not know you was in Ethiopia, but I do remember you, yes. Because you asked the same question last time, but you didn't say you was in Ethiopia. Freddie said, I guess no Christmas party then. We'll have to have our own Christmas party, and I'll do like a Zoom thing where we can all be on camera. That'll have to be deleted as soon as it's fucking done. T2 said, something happened today that brought home poverty to me in the UK. Could not believe what this woman stooped to just get a MOT on her car. And I didn't give it a pass in front of her kids. What was it? Someone tried to be saying she was prepared to do anything to get you MOT the car? Is that what you mean? Burned Outrage said, how are you, Mike? My friends do not believe this scamdemic new world BS. Really enjoyed Weaponfield. Yeah, I'm good, mate. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. There's quite a few people on here who don't believe it, and I've got friends who don't believe it. And, you know what I mean? But the thing is, even if you believe it or don't, something's going on, and yeah. James had deleted the Zoom recording traffic. Yeah, exactly. I've got to go as soon as the bloody fucking thing ends. Do you know what? I've actually never actually registered what MOT actually stood for. Is that what it is? Motor Overhaul Test. You know what? I never knew that. I've never had to have an MOT. I can technically drive now. I learned to drive in about 2006 or something. But I passed at the age of about 26, 28 or something, and never driven since. So I've never owned a car. I wouldn't be able to afford to run a car anyway. So I just wanted. I got left some money, and while I had given up drinking fully, I thought it might be worth learning to You're going to have to make me look it up now. Wind up merchant, you are. MOT, let's check it out. What's it say? What's MOT stand for? It's a MOT, Ministry of Transport test. Yeah. In all honesty, I'd never registered what it was because I've never, what was I saying? I got left some money, so I decided to learn to drive then while I could. Sort of no intention of driving afterwards, but just so that if I ever have to drive now, I don't have to mess around getting a driving license. Then he learnt to drive in 1982. Yeah, I was a late comer to driving because of being an alcoholic. I'd be dead now if I could drive, then. Burn that rated. Are you on D Live as well? No, what is that? Is that another video sharing website? All right. No, I've never done that. It just looks like largest live stream community on the blockchain. Let's look into that. Tactical said, my car's in for a week. In next week for an MOT. I hope the tester wears a fucking mask. Yeah, exactly. Peach, video base said, I'm 25 and I don't drive. The roads are deadly. I don't blame you, mate. As I said, I didn't learn to drive, and I probably still wouldn't have learned to drive now at the age of 40 had I not had the money. It's only because I had the money I learned to drive. Tom said, me too, that's why I have a bike. Everybody said, we'll have to learn soon, though. Yeah, the problem is it's one of those things you might need to eventually. You know what I mean? It's worth knowing. Sometimes you do need some transport. That's why I've got a license to make sure if I ever need one, which I probably will one day, I have got it at least, and I don't have to mess around doing that. Then he said he lives in the country, so he needs to drive. Lone Wolf said, I had a full motorbike license till my accident in 2015. Gave it back to the DVLA. 37 was you? Or you're 37 now, Tom? Mr. Live here said, I couldn't live without my car. Everybody said, I'll be learning to drive a forklift soon, maybe next year. That might get you a good bit of progress in jobs as well. That get a forklift license, you get pretty much get a job. That's a sought after skill. That is 15 when you learn to drive. Yeah, most of my family was like that, but at the age of 15, I was an alcoholic. So, luckily for me and my family, me and Matt had no interest in driving. We didn't even want to. Never interested in cars. Never looked at cars. For how people really like their cars. Don't do nothing for me. It's lucky though because it's probably saved my life. Tom's Garage, yeah, CBTs and eye plates all the way. Tyre, you right, mate? Carl, you right? Good to see you on. I was watching your little knife video earlier, the one you got from Eda, was it? The 0011. Freddie said, where I work, forklifts I used to move kitchen slabs into trolleys, then onto the saw. Nice. Yeah. Dennis said, never drink drive. You might spell your drink. DT Tactical Pirate, got my little CBR 600. Tom said, provisional and a little bit of independence. Yeah, exactly. Now, cars don't do nothing for me. What does for me. It's obvious. But yeah, a lot of blokes like their cars. Never ever any interest in cars for me. It was always guns and shit like that. But yeah, I've got the license if I ever need it now, so I don't have to fuck about with that. That's a nice one, T2. I want to give up due to ill health. Freddie said he likes guns and cars. Bernard Ray said, yeah, D Live is what you're doing right now, but you have a lot more free speech on it and not demonetized, I believe. Oh, nice one. I'll check in. I'll look into that. I have got an open tab on that of D Live. Yeah, D Live, live stream on blockchain. I'll look into that. I'm on Twitch, but I use that for games. Carl said, just doing a cooking video. I'm starving. I just had some bloody masala noodles. It was a bit hotter than I thought they was going to be. Not massively hot, but I cooked them, drained out all of the water, and then put the powder in, so it's hotter than it would have been. What are you cooking, Carl? I know you like to cook some nice things in the evening. Vinny said, I'm a fan of rum now. Anyone who like rum, search Bamboo Rum. It's really nice. Forget you're drinking alcohol. Oh, nice one. Yeah. Is it like a spiced rum? I don't mind spiced rums. I quite like spiced rums. I don't like clear rums though. Like the white rum. Oh, it's horrible. Spiced rum, nice. White rum, can't do it. Freddie said, any update on the monetization? Now, I probably won't bother, Freddie. They did say that if you keep asking after you've been demonetized, they can shut your channel down. So I'm a bit worried about keep asking now. Carl said hot pork stir fry. We had a beef stir fry earlier for our dinner. Dennis said I used to love beer, but being on keto, you can only drink stuff without carbs. Freddie said I had 2 triple cheeseburgers and chips and mozzarella sticks. Booze and food. It never fails, does it, to come up? That's what happens when you stream on a Friday and Saturday night there. Tyler said, you're probably aware of all the Bronting Thorpe stuff I keep talking about. What's that then? I've never heard of that. No, I don't actually know, Tyler, in all honesty. No, I don't know. I don't know what that is. First, maybe give it a rest on then, Mike on the monitors. Yeah, they can get a bit funny with you. I might leave it a little bit though, Freddie. Get up a little bit higher, and then I'll send one more. LG said, what setup you got? As in what? For fighting zombies? There's my zombie setup. If you mean a computer, I got a piece of crap computer. Second-hand office computer. 8GB RAM. Windows 10. Yeah, nothing special. Hello, LG. Carl said, got pissed on rum at 16. Can't even stand the smell of it. That's why I don't like it, Carl. Yeah, white rum, I can't stand the smell of that. Irishman, you right, mate? Video says, send you a couple of shots of it, Mike. Little minibar bottle. I'm up for that. Burnout Ray says, you have a good live streams. Great job. It's good to shoot the breeze and have a laugh. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Burnout Ray. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoy it. Yeah, it's all right. You know, just have a nice sort of chat on here, and you know what I mean. Tyler said it's the Cold War Jets event that was closed by the Greedy Storage Company. Oh, I did not know that. Randomizer grits. You right, mate? Dennis said, yeah, we used to have pure alcohol, 150%, and yeah, 151 Everclear. That's it. I've heard of that stuff. Freddie says, you get 100k, I reckon they'll monetize you. Yeah, hashtag get Mike to 100k. Every time I say monetize, I swear I spell completely different each time. Yeah, I think you do there, Freddie. Tyler said Liam's going to do a video about the petition to stop it. Oh, nice. I didn't. I was unaware of that. Yeah, you'd have to message me about that or something. Email me. LG said, are you doing an update on the Duster collection? I can't do sadly, LG, I can't do an update on that because I don't own any of them anymore. I have to destroy them all. Knuckle dusters are illegal to own in the UK now. So the only update I could do on that is showing all the cut up knuckle dusters. There you go. Get liking, everyone. Dennis says 26 people watching, but only 11 likes. Jamie said, I put all my dogging gear on eBay yesterday. I had no buyers, but there's 14 people watching. For fuck's sake. Yeah, so this will be the next video to come up. I did the thing with the liking. It's easy to forget. I forget to do it on other people's videos, especially live streams. Yeah, so this, it's not quite sharp yet. I'll give this a sharpen, and then do a bit of bottle cutting. But there'll be a video on tomorrow of me making it. Yeah, it's like a butter knife at the minute. I just put the sort of beveled edges on it. Should I read out that one or should we hide it? Lone Wolf said, seems everything is illegal in the UK now. I know. Don't know how you pronounce that name. TUQN is offering to do something. So bizarre. Dennis said the best swords I've seen are worth loads. Are worth lots of money. Are the ones you pull out the sheath. It's a hum. There you go. LG said you should test your weapons on Zombie Go Boom. The only thing is they're very expensive. I have got a like a test thing, test dummy called Zombot. The guns are real, the ones that are behind those banners, but that's a banner covering up the real thing because you're not allowed to show it on live streams. Garm said, just don't carry it to Tesco down the high street. Yeah, exactly. T2 said, Mike, that video you put up today was exceptional. Thank you, T2. Yeah, I nearly didn't put it up, but when I watched it, it made me laugh so much. I thought, sod it, I'll put it up. But go on, it was funny. And it's nice watching them kind of videos because it's uplifting sort of thing, isn't it? Tom said, I've liked, my connection fucked up. Are they similar? Are them smaller bolts okay for the redback? What ones do you mean? What ones do you mean? I'll tell you what I made recently. These will be for sale soon. I'm not sure which ones you mean though. Tom, which smaller bolts? Do you mean the new ones I reviewed or the ones that Lewis put on? Yeah, thank you, Tactical. I was just going on to translate to look up that. Right, where am I? Right, that one can go as well. For some reason, the Strange Old Trolls are out tonight. The problem is it just makes me laugh more than anything. Len, you're right, mate. You should get another walk in the woods video before the next lockdown, mate. I'll have to do that as well. Exactly. Yeah, I've made some more of these. I've got a whole batch of these coming. The heads and the bolts. I did buy some bloody bolts. I fucking gutted it. Always annoys me, this does. I thought, oh, I'll try Tactical Pirate. This is the issue I was talking about. You know, when you showed me those bolts and I said, I better not buy them in case they're the wrong ones. I bloody bought these thinking, yeah, they look like they'll be screw-off tips. They're not. And the tips won't come out. Fucking annoying. Don't matter. I can still use them, but I can't use them to make these. But yeah, these will be for sale soon. About £3 each, I think, won it. Irishman, you right, mate? If I didn't say hello? Sorry, my nose is itching again. LG said, you remind me of a 90s hard bastard gangster. James said, Mike, any military museums near you? There probably are. I don't know. I couldn't tell you which ones, though. Stephen, you right, mate? Tyre said, do you have any cold steel products? Just happen to have a cold steel knife just there that I'm EDCing. That's the Cold Steel Pro Light, and I got Cold Steel GI Tanto and Cold Steel Sharky. Then said those bolts are superb, Mike. Hit really hard. Yeah, with these, you can just shoot these straight out of any of the pistol crossbows. No modding, no nothing. You know, you just put it in, shoot it. And they're probably the cheapest, best you can get because there's no fucking about with them. And they're less than half price of the ones you can buy online. Tom said Tomcat 6.5-inch ones, not the new ones, but the old standard from eBay. 100 Horizons, a bit longer. These are yeah, these are fine. You know these ones with the normal tips on. Yeah, they're fine. Tom. Tactical said the shame the ones I showed you had screw off tips. I was looking at them last night. Oh, they did have screw off tips, did they? Yeah, that was the problem because I didn't definitely know they had screw off tips. I couldn't get them. Yeah, it's a nightmare. It don't matter. I can always get them. I just have to make sure I get the ones I definitely don't know. Yeah, I thought I'd try these because they were something like £5 a packet. Yeah, the tips don't screw off, so you can't get them out. Tom said the broadheads are cool. They'll tell you what, they're good there. And if you look online, you wouldn't be able to buy them as cheap as I sell them, I'll tell you. Dennis said, I think that's the reason the UK prohibits any kind of weapon, is to stop people from rising up. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know what it is. Freddie said, did you go and see Bella this week, as you said you might? No, I haven't, Freddie. I might do soon, though. I don't know. I'll have to see. As I say, I ain't been out for ages. Yeah. Fucking hell. Itchy fucking eye. Nose that keeps itching. Sure, it's just being on bloody video that does it. Just getting irritated. Not irritated, but you know what I mean? As soon as you're on bloody video, everything that, you know, if it can itch, it fucking itches. City of Figs, right, mate? There's so much going on in my road tonight. Definitely need crossbows soon, just in case. Any decent self-cocking ones? Well, all of as in like the pistol ones, like that. The Tomcat 2 and the Horizon Redback are well worth having. Tom said, cheers. I haven't set it up. I had a couple of Tomcat over the years. Just bought Redback, much better. Yeah, they're great. Do you want me to show you my setups for my 2? Oh, and if you want, yeah, I'll show you. Right, so this is my Redback. So I've got my quivers on there. So if you ever want a quiver for your crossbow, I sell them. £12.50 all in. So it's £10 with £2.50 postage, and you get the bolts. They just go on the bottom. So on here I've got a torch to light what you're, targeting, but also lights up the rail. So at night you can see that. Bayonet. Bayonet, torch, quiver. There you go. You don't see many with bayonets, I'll tell you that. That's the Redback. And then the Tomcat 2, I've got stock extender, red dot sight, torch at the front, handle, my quiver again, but with some sort of these broadhead bolts I made, the bodkin type ones, and a sling. Yeah, you can do some pretty good setups with them. Tom said I need a jungle carbine Leonfield bayonet lug or a Sten jungle lug. Yeah, exactly. Or a Sten jungle lug. Sten. Endless said, what pound pressure are they? They're £80, but if you ever shot the old crossbows that used to claim they was £80, they weren't. The old ones was more like £40 in realistically when you do a draw weight on them. The old ones are about £40, £50, something like that. So these are truly £80, and it shows they're a lot more powerful than the old crossbows that you used to be able to get. Yeah, £80 both of them too. Matt Cooper, you're right, mate. You're nice, man. The bayonet's just a finishing touch, though. Yeah, good, isn't it? I might make them to sell eventually. It's just getting round to it. We've got so much stuff on at the minute. But people have said they wouldn't mind buying them. And that's held on by the Weaver rail as well. So it's just held on with two sight mounts and this bit here. So you could probably put quick release mounts on there, take that straight off, like quickly. They are harder to cock, yeah, definitely, Tom, and they are definitely more powerful. I've done tests on these and the old ones, and yeah, these are considerably more powerful than the old ones. I may put this bayonet on the Tomcat 2. I think the bayonet would be more suited for the sort of carbine. This is more like a little pistol, really. But yeah, and you can still see I've done like a peep through mount for the torch, so you can still see through. Yeah, I got videos of me shooting them. So he said, "Do you have videos of you shooting?" Yes, yeah, and doing tests, testing those two against each other, testing the horror zone against the old ones. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just reading some of the comments. See if it's awesome. I always know where to come for advice. Then, if you want crossbow tips, yeah, I can definitely help you out there. And if you want to buy some crossbow accessories, I'm your man there as well. So yeah, I might as well mention them. So quivers. These bolts will be coming soon. If you want the best bolts, there are some other bolts which are good. Custom Pistol Bolts sent me some recently, which I've done a video on. But yeah, they're good. But the crossbows need slight modifying. French said, Mike, have you shot a 10-shot pump? No, don't think so. Friend said my mate asked if they existed, the 10-shot pump, but I guess not. I shot 10-shot semi-auto. I don't really know. I've got a pump up 12-shot air rifle. Yeah, but I don't know about. The problem is 10-shot pump. That's too vague. If that makes sense. Said to Freddie, 10 pumps a shot, does that count? Vinny Bay said, today is probably the start of something terrible. I have a pain in my knee. It's been clicking while climbing the stairs for a few years. Just started to hurt today after work. So you never know, Peach. You might get lucky. It's not always the sign of like things to come, if that makes sense. So I hope you're all right there. But I've had things where I thought, oh, fuck me, I hope this don't start getting worse and worse. And luckily it didn't. So you might be all right. Endless said, I have some sharp pointed bolts. Those, where's that gone? Those what you've got are another level. Thank you. Yeah, they're good. You can't actually get them. The closest thing you can get to that would also cost you £7 a bolt. I'll sell them for free. Spike EVC, right, mate? James said, how come in a live stream you can show knives, crossbows, but not guns? Don't know, mate. It's just what their policy is. Who knows? Some people reckon it's because some bloke accidentally shot himself. Some people reckon it's because of that mass shooting. You know, you never know with YouTube, do you? Oh, Freddie said like the shotgun on the wall. Oh, all right, I get you now, mate. Oh, 10. Oh, 10. Well, I suppose, yeah, as long as the bit underneath on there, as long as that magazine bit goes all the way to the end of the barrel, that might fit 10 in, potentially, yeah. A fucking big, great big long old thing, though, wouldn't it? Yeah. No, I've not. Carl said, I've done bayonet fighting with the old SLR long rifle and the SA-80. The SA-80 was a shit rifle, but good in close quarters. Bayonet, nice one, Carl. Endless Nameless said, I got Gammo 177. It's pretty decent. Yeah, I like the Gammos. Gammos are good. John, you're right, mate. John's life. Video about said, I still need to model my bolts. Not done any shooting for ages. Oh yeah, do you know what? I've not done that on any of the bolts for ages. Cut the tips. Keep forgetting. Freddie said it was the New Zealand shooting, I guess. I think it might have been. So I said my knee's been like that for years. I haven't got any worse. Probably the kiss of death saying that during that time. So you'll probably be okay. I keep getting this weird thing in my knees where they feel like they're going to collapse, like they can't hold my weight. I don't know what that is. Video about said you can hold 3 shells in UK shotguns with standard license. That's it. Dennis said if you guys ever want to come to NC to visit, you're all welcome. Thank you, mate. Yeah, if I ever go to America, I'm probably going to have to stay there for 6 months to go and visit everyone. All the people who said I could stay at their house. Freddie said, yeah, I've shot semi-auto with a long run on, but you wouldn't be able to pump 10 shots when a group of geese come flying over. Oh, good point. Yeah, you wouldn't need it, would you? Tactical said, that's called being drunk, Mike. Dennis said, too many cars messes up the job. What, my knee? Yeah, could be. Fred said, understate 5 firearms is 1 in the chamber. Yeah, 9 in the tube. I'll say 55 and still kicking ass. Must be WD-40 on the joints. There you go. Yeah, I ain't too bad. It's just, this weird little thing on my knee. Just, bizarre. It goes. You know what I mean? Then said the best reason for having a shotgun is the sound it makes when you cock it. Scares the criminals away. No more said, yeah, that's old age. Yeah, there she is. That's the new one. Video coming soon. I suppose you can sometimes be unlucky if you've got things running in your family. My family tend to have arthritis in like the small joints and the big joints. The 2 different kinds of arthritis. One affects the big joint, one affects the little joint. But so far, I do get a bit of joint pain though. I think if anything went funny with me, eventually it'd be my shoulder. If anything, possibly one of my hips. But at the minute, it's like nothing. Keep moving helps. I have noticed, like, if you are getting these things, a lot of the times, if you don't do nothing, it sort of makes it worse. Dennis says, stay away from sugar and carbs and you'll live to be 100. I'll do that. Sugar, I don't add sugar to anything. I don't, yeah. But anyway, says my right shoulder, my right knee. Yeah, everything on my body that's bad is on my right. So I've got deaf ear, got bitten there, I've got bad shoulder, bad hip, tattoo, and all the rest. It's all on my right side. It's all right. Also eat plenty of oily fish and fruit. Nice one. Yeah. Stark, you right, mate? How you doing? See, if it's so weird, I was actually recommended to drink Coca-Cola by a doctor. That's bizarre. Yeah, luckily, I actually only drink coffee and water. Richard said, a bit like Two-Face in the Batman. I said, I think I am, yeah. Yeah, it's all down my right side for me, all my bad bits. Look, tooth missing. Fucking right side as well, see? all down this bloody side. That's one thing I do, carve tap water. I might have to. I'll tell you what I'm going to do eventually. I'm either going to have to start drinking something else or start getting some filters. I've been meaning to do that for years, get filters, because I'd probably drink more tap water than any fucking thing. But I wouldn't mind putting it through a filter anyway, just, you know. Gash Goblin, you right, mate? He said, tell me it's not worth it. What's not worth it? It's not worth it. Anybody said, just get a filter dog. Well, that's what I'm thinking of getting, is just getting around to buying it. That's I don't drink water. Fish fucking it. Yeah, tap water is, supposedly, tap water has quite a lot of estrogen in it as well, because they can't filter that out no matter what they do. Anybody said, if you use a filter, you don't get as much limescale in the kettle. There you go. Gash Goblin said, I'm on a standoff. Come on, what's going on, Gash Goblin? No, you're right. Here's the latest sword if you want to see it. Fred said, if you get a filter, you can put the water in the fridge. There you go. Shining Knight. Look at that. Reverse osmosis. Yes, Shining Knight. There's a sword for you. Freddie said you can get a kettle with a filter. Nice. I'll have to look that up. I have got Shadow of Colossus, Peach, but I never watched it. It reminds him of the sword from Shadow of the Colossus. Oh, that is similar to that, yeah. One of them, anyway, yeah. Sorry, not stay away from bottled water. More plastic in it than so. Well, that's the other issue, yeah. No, there was something that looked like it, Peach. There was something. He said, yeah. Shining Knight said swords are cool. City Fig said, are your sword blades sharpened? This one isn't yet, purely because I only finished it today. But yeah, they are. My that one there, see that there? There. Hang on, let's get this so I can point to this. That there is sharp, and this will be sharpened tomorrow. Fuck's sake. Richard and I have a drinking tap with a filter on it, about £6. Last about 7 months. Carson, up, you're all prepping for lockdown 2. Yeah, Bar Grill panic buying. Yeah. Fred said you're going to be on tomorrow. Yeah, I should be, mate. Should. Dad said I certainly won't be drinking spring water. Probably dripped down from a Stone Age pissing ground. It probably has. Fraser will get a tap that boils water. City thinks a stone is pissing ground. Yeah. Well, the thing is with guns, Dennis, we do have, you can have guns in this country. It's just, it's a lot, it's more difficult to get them. You can't just go out and buy a gun. You have to have a license. But with a license, you can own no end of rifles in any calibers. If you've got a good reason to need it. Shotgun licenses and shotguns, we actually have more of a, you have a right to own a shotgun. You don't have to actually explain anything to get a shotgun. They have to make a point of you not having one, if that makes sense. Liam said, if you ain't got a mask yet, get one before the second lockdown starts. When they go up 1,000% again. Yeah, I bet they will. Shining Light, get a shield to go with it. I think that's a sparfer. Well, it might be. It wasn't deliberately. It was just, I just sort of made anything, if that makes sense. But yeah, whatever it looks like, that's what it looks like, if that makes sense. I took some pictures and I thought, well, not took some pictures. I had a look online, looked at some pictures and thought, yeah, I should make something like that. Stokes, yeah, I can't wait for the gas mask to disappear off eBay again. Carl said, where's that gone? Sometimes these comments get up and then they go down again. Cut newspaper at squares. Yeah, I've done that, Carl. I've wiped my ass on bog roll before. Tap said, fuck's sake, here we go again. I'm from the northeast and I can't see my grandson, but can go and get pissed down the pub. Yeah, it's laughable, really, isn't it? It's laughable. Endless said, I'm off out for 24 pack of bog roll, pasta and long life food tomorrow. Yeah, get it in early. John said 38 special, $45 for 50 cartridges. There you go, that's good. Video said maybe an early Celtic sauce. Could be. In all honesty, I just looked at some pictures and I thought I'll have a bit of that and I'll have a bit of that. You know what I mean? Bob said I saw many shotguns in England, men out hunting farmlands. Well, that's it, Bob. Supposedly we have the right to own a shotgun in this country. With a shotgun, the police have to prove why you can't have one. Whereas with a firearms license, you have to prove why you need it, if that makes sense, or why you can have one. Whereas a shotgun, you got to be mentally ill to not get one, really, or something like that, or violent criminal record sort of thing. But yeah, as you know, Bob, you see a lot of shotguns over here, don't you? See, your things. You've got 5 confirmed cases where he works and 6 more waiting for test results. Gas goblins and Cleveland police just let me off. I owe you might like to say, gas goblin. I don't know what's going on with you, but I hope you're all right. Shining Knight said, could you hypothetically use a broadsword and a great shield for home defense? I suppose you could, in theory, yeah. John said his brother and his grandmother have COVID. Fuck's sake. Well, they're all right, especially your grandmother. And maybe, your brother, if he's not, if he's, if he's ill. You know what I mean? Not ill, but if you've got other illnesses and you catch it. Carl said, wish I still had my Mossberg pump action. If you had all the licenses and that back in the days then, Carl, So I'm just reading some of the comments because there's quite a lot of strange stuff coming up at the minute. So I'm having to read it first before I read it out. It slows the chat down. This is why I don't do the politics and religion shit, because now I've got to keep reading everything before I read it. You know, and that must get terribly fucking boring for people watching. John said grandmother not the greatest, but brother was vomiting or coughing. Well, I hope they're all right. Yeah, please do, Dennis. Because the problem is a lot of it I can't read out, and yeah, and it sort of really slows the chat down. Yeah, I know some of it just comes up naturally with what we're on about. You know what I mean? But yeah, it sort of. Right, where am I? Carl said, yeah, divorce had to sell up, but air guns were okay. Yeah, thank you, Zed. Yeah, you know how it is. If I'm ever over there, Dennis, I should definitely let you know. Henry, you right, mate? You only just come on? Yeah, you went on earlier, was you? But yeah, I'm alright. Jamie said, what does it cost £2 a month to supply a whole village in Africa with water? It costs me in the UK £40 a month, and I live on my own. Sunday nights in, and politicians are the biggest jokers. It's gonna be one of them nights tonight, isn't it? See you later, Dennis. Good night, mate. Nah, it's all right. It's the politics talk in the right sort of place is okay. The problem with my live streams, I don't really talk about it. So, like the politics side of things. So, and then I have to sort of read the comments first. But it's all right. You're welcome here. It's just I don't tend to do the politics talk too much or religion talk. There's a couple of things I don't really talk about. But you're always welcome here. Freddie said you need to have a man who shoots. Have you heard of the man who shoots Canada geese as a job under pest control license? Got the police to take his guns because they disagree with his job. Oh, Antifa. Antis. Oh, yeah, not Antifa. Anti-gun people. Carl said peace, love, black, white, yellow. Yeah, MSN just want that to divide the human race. There you go. Exactly. Venom Bass. You're right. And Erwin Sekiri said Nuck. Nuck. Yeah, there's 4 Nucks there for you with a tattoo on them. But yeah, I prefer to keep these sort of chats light if possible. Let's have a laugh. You know what I mean? Talk about something light because the thing is you can chat about politics and that all day long if you want, but you don't really get anywhere. But you can have a laugh on here, have a relax and a laugh, you know, and then you can end your evening in a good mood. Which politics and religion doesn't do that for me. Religion don't bother me so much if it's not being sort of forced down your throat, sort of thing. But if we're having a discussion, what it is, I don't like anything with politics or religion. Someone isn't going to like your opinion. There's always someone who's not going to like your opinion. I don't even vote, so you know what I mean. But no matter what I say, if I agree with one person, the other people won't like it. If I agree with those people, the others won't like it. So it's easier just to not even bother with it. See, Fig said, have your tattoos ever got you in trouble? I haven't actually, no. And I've actually spoke to police and CID about it and sort of had a joke with them about it. It's all about how you act, really. Tactical said, jumps up, strips off, and does a naked dab. And what do you mean? I can't see it. You can't see it. Venom Bar said, have you machete? Yes, I do. Do you want to see it? I have a machete. Shining Knight said, opinions, everyone has them. Exactly. But yeah, I like to keep it light because the problem is a lot of those things you lot may not be bothered by it, but it gets on my nerves, and then my evening's sort of ruined. Not ruined, but you know what I mean. And I have to get a fucking bed on a fucking, pissed off about some bollocks. Well, Freddie, that's the case with everything. And extremist anything are freak shows. You know what I mean? Anyone who's massively extremist about anything is a freak show and dangerous. We all have our opinions and things we like and dislike. Like and dislike. But when you're massively extremist about it and you're prepared to hurt people and kill people over that thing, then you're a fucking nutter. No matter what it is, and extremists in anything are dangerous. Your offender's nameless. Good night, mate. Oh yeah. Oh, all right. You're more than it. Too busy, but yes. Venom Bass. If you want to see my machete, ask me and I'll get it out. It's not long till Halloween. When do you want the stories? We should email you. No, I'll do a video, Zed. I'll do it soon. What are we on now? When have we got till 31st of October, ain't we? Soon I'll do the video saying to leave your stories. You're up at 4:30. Bloody hell, City Figs. All right. Yeah. Oh no, it's Ender's name. She's got to get up. Shining Knight said, thing about opinions. Attack the opinion, not the person. Exactly. That's a good point. People get too rolled up with things that don't matter. Like whether Vermin Supreme should be president or not. I get you there. Yeah. And also, there's a lot of people who won't change their opinion on something. I'm not like that, right? If we had a chat about something and you could convince me that I was wrong on my opinion or I didn't know as much as I thought, I'm willing to change my opinion 100%. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But there are some people who will never, ever do that. And that doesn't mean they're right. There's nothing wrong with changing your mind on something, especially if you don't know everything about something. If I don't know every little detail about something and then someone explains to me something, I'm like, oh, I never knew that. Let's change my opinion on it. I will change my opinion on it. Some people won't do that. But yeah, it's just, I want these. That's the reason. What's the title of this stream called? But yeah. Tax Slave said, what is the best legal self-defense weapon? Your brain. Carl said, I've made love to many consenting black women. I've got many friends who are black and I hate what BLM are doing. Exactly, Carl. That's the thing, a lot of, because, I suppose that could be, some of that could definitely be classed as sort of extremist behaviour, couldn't it? Some of it. Yeah, I've got, I've got black relatives and, my best mate was black bloke, you know what I mean, years ago. Yeah. Person I used to go out drinking with every day. Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? Don't get your merchandise in. See if Fig said, gonna have to crash early. Gonna have to crash. Early start. Thanks for the bow advice. Catch you later. See you later, mate. Good night. Samuel, ain't seen you on for a while. How you doing, Sam? You right? Did you ever get any more info on them crossbows? Richard said your chest injury been okay recently, Mike. I think my leg injury is gone. I can squat 100 kilograms. Now I've had any issue. Oh, that's fucking excellent news, Rich. I've had no issues with it, but I bet I could twinge it just like that if I did anything. But at the minute, it's perfectly fine. Purely because I haven't done anything that could bring it on. Yeah, it's very annoying that when that started last time, I was literally using the lightest weights you could get. I literally couldn't have gone any easier on it. And that really pissed me off. Even like the lightest, literally the only other lighter thing I could have been doing was that with no weights. And oh man, what a bastard. I'm glad, Rich. That sounds great. Carl said we're all humans. Just some bad and more good. Exactly, Carl. Exactly, mate. JBO, how you doing, mate? You right? Good to see you on. Green Man said, I hope Jack Striker's okay. He is okay. Green Man, he is okay. I occasionally speak to him on here under a different name. And I know he's all right. Yeah. I don't know if he'll be back though, Green Man. But put it this way, he is all right. I know he's all right. Yeah, he's still getting on, and yeah. Venom, as you never asked, here's a machete. If you want to see a machete. Carl said, just up cooking video. Nice one. Oh, you're uploading it. Nice one, Carl. Sam said, oh, Richard, thanks for looking into the crossword, mate. And Brast, I don't know what a Brast is. Right. Oh, Sam said, Michael, I couldn't find anything identical for the crossbow cocking system. The only thing I see really close is the old Chinese repeating crossbow cocking system. Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at, and I think Rich was as well. Yeah, that looks like the old Chinese style repeating crossbows, but not, don't it? There's something slightly different in it. I wonder, as you say, I wonder if it's a precursor to that, or maybe it was made afterwards. Designed looking at that. I don't know, or is it those Chinese ones with the magazine missing? Don't think it would be. I don't know. It's very interesting, wasn't it, Sam? I must not have seen your last video, Sam. Joseph, you're right, mate. He said, hi, mate. Hope all is well. Liking the series of £10 weapon builders. Nice one, mate. You've got one more to come. And then that's it for now. But there'll be more, if people want to join in, they can. Glad you've been liking them, Joseph. Oh, Zed said, talking to butchers, fit as a butcher's dog is a stupid saying. Our local butcher had a dog, and it was an obese fucker that died young from a heart attack. I bet it would. You know, poor old thing's probably just been chucked fucking scraps of fucking fat and meat all fucking day. We don't even need to get off its ass, does it? Sam said, Mike, I think made after. The groove for the shaft is very shallow. I think someone made it for decor, honestly. Well, I'll tell you what, that crossed my mind slightly as well. I'll tell you why. The wood that the stock is made from looks a bit sort of like it would struggle. I wonder if they're replicas. You can get these. I'll tell you what you can get over here. You can get replicas of medieval crossbows, and they're essentially wall hangers, really, that sort of work. I wonder if it's one of those. The wood to me looked a bit. It just didn't look right, if that makes sense. But it's hard to say looking on a video. You know what I mean? But I did think, I wonder. I don't. Does salmonella affect dogs though? I don't know. But yeah, good point, Freddie. Salmonella. Accuracy. I don't think they can get it. They can carry it, but I don't think they get it. But good point though, Freddie. Anyway, Sam said, when it isn't so grilling, blazing hot out there, I want to make a larger scale of it for firing. Yeah, I think that's a good idea, Sam. Bigoted, the BBC basically said, Bigoted Brainwashing Corporation said, what's your oldest weapons? Right, see that just there? Right, these are banners, right? But underneath the banners actually is exactly what you see. So I'll show you. I have to cover them up for live streams, but the actual stuff is really there. That gun there is probably from the 1950s or 60s, I think. So what's that? 60 years old. I got a couple of quite old. I got a. Yeah, so that's 40s, 50s, 60s. I've got a couple of 60s air rifles. I've got a Fairbairn Sights fighting knife. I think that's the oldest. And a truncheon may be quite old. Freddie said, well, my dogs vomit when they eat rabbit off the floor. That's raw like chicken. I don't know, Freddie. I'm just saying. And I wasn't saying you're wrong. I'm just saying, I was just curious about salmonella thing. But yeah, obviously, undigested meat, if they're not used to it, probably make them sick. Got mittens, said to Carl. Look, I'd have no problem with the idea of human equality if it was actually true. Fred said, under levers is my favourite. Wasn't it chambered in 12 bore? I don't know, Freddie. Zed said, dogs eat each other's dog shit and they don't die. So I think salmonella would stand a chance in it with the buggers. James said, Mike, when all this crap is over, we shall meet in your field. I'd have a good old piss up. That'd be good. That'd be good. Freddie, I don't know what you're on about. Saying some strange things tonight, Freddie. I don't know what you're going on about. JBO, so picked up another air rifle recently, Mike. A Haynil 177 Model 300. You know what? I've never heard of that. Never heard of that. The gun behind you. All right, underlever. That's sort of like an over lever, if it makes it. That goes like that. Oh, was it chambered in? Because of the 12 volt, confused me. That is a. What do you mean this? That's 22 177 22. That's a replica. That's a replica. That, so I don't know. Ready. And any underlever rifle is underlever 177. You mean this? Yeah, this is just a replica. So I don't know. I think they're like 45, aren't they? Yeah, 44 maybe. Yeah. Sorry, Freddie. It was because you kept writing leather as well. So I was thinking of leather. You know, leather. I know what you mean, lever. Don't forget to buy your quivers if you want them for your crossbows. Sam said, I just picked up a new Winchester break barrel air rifle. I don't like it though. Longer than my old one. Weighs a ton. That's a shame. What are you going to do, Sam? Keep it? Sell it? Well, I think it's this, Freddie. What you mean? Not that I'm giving you a spelling lesson, but I suppose it all depends if you say leather or lever, don't it? So I say lever. My nephew says leather. Pull the lever because he watches American videos. So I'm just thinking about putting a shorter stock on it. Not much I can do about the weight. No, I suppose. Freddie just suddenly turned into a German. He said, yes, I have nicht so gut with English. One of these days, we're going to get a nice stream going. No politics gets talked about once. What do you reckon? Dad got to laugh my fucking ass, my dad. You know the only way I'd get a stream where it didn't come up? I'd have to block every fucking word to do politics. I must admit, that is a godsend on here. Being able to block certain words, because there are certain conversations that I can stop dead by blocking certain words and any words similar to them. Pete said, later, got to go to bed. Message me what shape knife you want, or you can sort it out with a mild steel sea axe that I have. Just need some handle scales. All right, Peach, thank you, mate. I appreciate that. Yeah. Well, you got work, so yeah, good night, mate. I'll speak to you on Twitter, be easier. Good night. Thank you. Dad said if we're all talking about the overlever in a crossbow, I think that's called a dog leg or goat leg lever. It's a medieval cocking device to a medieval whore. To a medieval whore, that's another story. Now I know what you mean, yeah, the one that sort of goes in like that and then you put it like that, don't you? Yeah, not twice. But... Good night, Peach, and thank you, mate. I would like a dagger. That'd be my ideal thing, Peach. I'd like a dagger, but you know, I don't want to sound like a piss taker. But I know with daggers, that's like twice the fucking work of any other knife. I'll tell you what I want, Peach. I want a Chris-shaped dagger. I'm joking. We've got another nice Bowie idea though. For those who like the Bowie knives. Right, so you get these big. I don't know what the fuck they're called. Let me look quickly. You get these really big, wide machetes on Henny Haynes. I'll just find the thing and I'll show you what it's called. Tell you what it's called. Actually, I might link it. All right, let's change the bloody website slightly. Where's machetes on here? Bloody changed the website slightly. That's weird. Price ascending. Right, these things. Oh, the Marbles Bolo Camp Cleaver, right? I reckon I could make a I reckon I could make a Laredo Bowie out of this with a really wide, you know, the Bowies with the really wide blades. Because most of mine have been quite thin, if that makes sense. I could make a really fat one. That link is the thing that I buy. This is the design. So that's the original shape of the knife. What I would make is this. So that's the original handle, so it'd be longer than that. But I reckon I could make a really nice big, like almost 3-inch wide Bowie. That would be about the real size. So that bit would be cut off. All of that would be cut off. And you'd have a sort of a stout but very wide Bowie. Wider than any of the ones I've done. Robert Skull, you right, mate? He said, I love daggers. Use the daggers, Dan. That's some Yellowbeard. Nice. Yeah, I like daggers. I'm a big fan of daggers. So nice. Daggers are great, but you have to level up Dex to wield it. JBO said, I genuinely thought I was the only one who had seen that. I know of Yellowbeard. I've never seen it yet, though. I know of Yellowbeard because it used to be on the trailers to the Corsican Brothers. So I used to watch the Corsican Brothers, and that Yellowbeard was on the trailers for that, but I never got around to watching it. Richard said, there's a hymn like that, but making a picture about the world with no war and no suffering, Mike. You will have to mod the lyrics to be able to host a perfect live stream. I think so, Rich. I think so. Randy said, that design is one of my favourites. Thank you. I'll make it soon. I'll make it. But the good thing is, those machetes, they're only like 12 quid as well. Urine and Feces said, our online orders of knives back. No, perfectly fine, mate. I'm always buying knives and shit online. No, still perfectly legal. Sounds like Mike sounds like Brad Pitt in Snatch. Yeah, I like dags. Fuck's sake. I knew what you were saying. I got you there. Fred said, ban the word gun and knife. The stream would be well weird. And ban the phrase. I bought that for Amazon. Yeah, I bought, what's the latest thing I bought online? This. So I bought this online about 2 weeks ago. So that's definitely not banned. A couple of months ago, I bought Samurai Sword. I don't think I bought. Oh, and I buy knife blanks all the time. So yeah, now they're all right. Feces, you're in. So something like to ban the word ban and have some fun. But yeah, it is handy if you want to. When there's certain things I just don't want to talk about because it just stirs up too much shit, I can block those words at least and any variants of them to stop having to talk about certain things that I've asked multiple times to stop talking about. And like I say, a lot of the things it just causes arguments and pointless bullshit. Beep boop. He said, "Happy Friday, weapon enthusiast." You right, mate? Yeah, good to see you on. Just yeah, here's one for you. If you want to see me failing to cut a bottle with this while 2 kids pissed themselves laughing, watch my latest video. Loving it when I was cutting with that. Friend says, can someone write in all the words that are banned? I could write them in. There's loads. The list probably has about 100 words and phrases or more in it. Because I had to ban a load of stuff about people ask me about certain things that are sort of illegal that, you know, I don't know why they're asking me in the first place. So instead of me having to keep telling them off to stop it, I just block it so they can't even do it. Joseph said, do Tanto star blades fall under the ban? No, they're fine. No, the only knives that are sort of banned over here are flick knives, butterfly knives, and a couple of variants of those, and zombie knives. But yeah, Tantos are fine. I'm a big fan of Tantos. In fact, I was recently bought a Cold Steel GI Tanto. Yeah, no, size doesn't matter either. Yeah, I made this recently, and yeah, I've had a couple of people say to me, surely that's not legal because of the size of it. Yeah. Here's a ruler just to show you the size of that. That's 1 foot ruler. Yeah, no, size limits perfectly fine as well. No limits on size. That's homemade, that is. Oh, you mean in the chat? Sam said, Mike, are we going to have a fall winter shooting contest? I'm thinking about it, Sam. I probably will. It's just going to be late this year, yeah. I think I will do a shooting competition. It's going to be late this year. Freddie said, would you be banned if you typed in the words? It just wouldn't show up. So if you wrote those words, it just won't show up. So sometimes if your things are being, if your videos are, if your comments are missing, it could be because you're writing something I didn't want to read. Sam says, size doesn't matter. All the girls told me that growing up. Yeah, that's it, Sean. Yeah, it just won't show up. Joseph said, nice, many thanks. Tactical said, here's the Crocodile Dundee music. Rita said, yours says some good yours says some good innuendos, Mike. I can't help myself with the innuendos. I do it without even meaning to. Slingshot, right, mate? He said, did you see my newest videos? I saw that you put them on. I hadn't had a chance to watch them. I'll watch them later, mate. I know you got a new gun, though. I know you got a new air gun, didn't you? Taxation said, I think it can be automatically deleted if you type it. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I never see it. I never see it. Someone said, gas mask bow shooting contest. Yeah, that's still supposed to be coming up, actually, isn't it? I forgot about that. I should have that written down, though, Sam, somewhere. Yeah, we'll have to do that one day. But yeah, certain phrases and that, just to stop me having to talk about certain things, are blocked. And yeah, if you wrote it, it just wouldn't come up. It's like the shadow ban type stuff. Going to be quiet now. Is everyone liking the stream? Slingshot said it's CO2 powered, Mike. It has a weight and look of real firearm. What kind of is it metal BBs that it shoots? Is it like the copper ones? Just curious. I'll watch later. I'll watch it after this Slingshot. But I did see that they was on there. Pretty sure I saw them last night. Like that they was on there, but I didn't get a chance to watch them. Steel BBs. Nice one. Yeah, sounds good. Right, I'll probably be on for about another 10 minutes. It's quite late. I started late tonight. I'll probably come on. Well, I don't know. I'll be on tomorrow, but I don't know what time I'll be on. But yeah, I'll be on. Sad, stupid question time. Have you watched Master and Commander or Brotherhood of Wolf yet? No and no. Master and Commander is on my old computer, but I could still get that in like in like 10 minutes time anyway. Brotherhood of the Wolf I've got on this computer. I've not been in the mood for them kind of films at the minute. Jeff. I will watch them eventually. I have to get in the mood for certain things. I've put off watching. I've got a couple of brand new gangster films that I've not watched because I'm not in the mood for them. Do you know what mood I'm in at the minute, Zed? 1980s horror films. So I've been searching a load of 1980s horror films that I've never seen. I'll tell you what I watched last night. The Hidden. You ever seen The Hidden? 1987 with Kyle MacLachlan and the other bloke I don't know. That was quite weird, that was. It was good. Freddie said, do you agree with the zombie knife crap? I guess you don't agree with it being banned. I think it's utterly fucking ridiculous banning a knife just because it has writing that says violence and that, because it doesn't that's politics, by the way, Freddie. It doesn't banning that knife is not going to stop any knife crime. Joe just said, you're right keeping everything strictly legal on the live streams, Mike. A channel of mine got struck out completely because YouTube grasses who report everything. Exactly, Joseph. That's it. I'm glad you understand, because some people genuinely don't seem to get it. Yeah. It's nice when someone, can appreciate why I do these things. Yeah. Alex said, hi, thanks for the Horizon Redback videos. Just got, nice one, Alex. I've got mine here with the bayonet on it and everything. Glad I helped you out there. Fred says, you doing anything exciting tomorrow? Sharpen this bastard up and then cut some bottles. That's the most exciting thing I should be doing tomorrow. That's good enough for me. Scott D, right, mate? He said, blackjack soon. I keep asking just to annoy it. That'll come. I'm on to swords now. Slingshot said, did you make a video of your sword, Mike? Not yet, Slingshot. No, I've got all the footage on my computer. I've not edited yet. I was going to do it today, but I didn't have time. So it'll be on tomorrow. I'll edit it tomorrow. Jim, you right, mate? He said, bollocks, I switched on to hear you calling time. I'll stay on for a bit, Jim. I'll stay until past. Yeah, no, not yet. I have got a video of me cutting in the garden today where I messed it up and the kids was watching and they loved it. Not the messing up, they just love seeing me cut stuff with a sword. Dad said, that's a coincidence. I couldn't sleep the other night, so I watched Halloween and Friday the 13th. Plus Scream. Nice. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the 1980s horrors. Yeah, that's just something about them. So yeah, I've been searching out ones that I've never seen. In all honesty, there's not a lot of like big name ones I've not seen though. Scott said, I'm planning on making a 10-ounce paracord blackjack. I'll send you one if it turns out well. Thank you, mate. I hope it goes well. I will definitely do some soon. Rita said the Family Guy cutaway gag of Master and Commander was great. Master Bator and Commander. Beat Boop said absolutely right. Kitchen knives are the most commonly used knives in violent crimes. Keep up great work, mate. Thank you. Yeah, banning knives with green handles isn't going to stop any knife crime, is it? Slingshot said he loves 80s B moves too. Yeah, so do I. That's I nodded off during Scream though. I'll be honest with you, I've never been a massive fan of Scream, and I've never understood the sort of hype for it. I've always thought it, and they make it like a genre changing thing. Yeah, it changed things for the worse, in my opinion. If Scream changed the horror genre, it made it worse. In my opinion. I'm not, I don't know. I like Wes Craven's fucking excellent. All his others, but for me, I always thought Scream was just a sort of meh, sort of nothing special. Nothing special in the slightest. Not scary. You know what I mean? The Scary Movie was good. Yeah, the piss take of it. In fact, I probably think that's better. But you know, if people do like Scream and think it's absolutely excellent, yeah. But me personally, I don't know. I've never understood the hype for it. Brent said, "What's your favourite movie of all time?" I know it's a tough question. It might be Once Upon a Time in the West, or possibly The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I think those two are verging on a perfect film. Personally, I do quite like long, boring because people would say both them films are quite long and boring at times. But I like it. I think they're perfect. Perfect direction. Perfect. You know, acting. You know, acting is a different thing. But music's amazing. Yeah. Alex said Regenerator. I have seen that, I think. Or is that Reanimator? Steven Seagal movies, I've not seen a lot of them. Jim said I haven't seen Scream, but isn't it supposed to be a piss take parody of bad horror movies? I'm not sure, Jim. I've never understood what it's supposed to be. But they go on like it's a sort of genre changing thing, and I don't know, Jim. I'm not really sure. Slingshot said so true. Oh, yes, my new BB gun can shoot 1,400 rounds a minute. Beep Boop says Scream was too ironic for a proper horror movie. Maybe that's the issue with me. Maybe I just, don't really get it, if that makes sense. The Repossessed was good. I got that again recently. Matt said, Mike, I just joined. What do you think of the 2020 June? Looks ace to me. The books were epic to me, emojis. I've never read the books, but I imagine I'd love them. I love the David Lynch film. My first thought of the new June trailer, I wasn't sure about it. The more I've watched it a couple of times, and I have started thinking, I wouldn't mind watching that now. The reason I like June, it's got that sort of, I love things that have prophecies and legends. There's a prophecy that someone of a name is going to free everyone, and that kind of thing. I love all that kind of stuff. Well, I like the Dark Tower. I like films where there's sort of like a prophecy and a legend that something's going to happen. And we're watching that happen, sort of thing. And that's what happens in June, really, isn't it? Freddie said, "What movies have you watched the most amount of times?" Probably Bad Taste and Brain Dead. I used to watch them every single day, so I've probably watched both of them over 250 times each, easily, maybe more. Rich said, Mike, have you seen Scream 4? I have. It was shit in my opinion. I think I have seen at least four of them. And I never liked any of them really. I thought they was all sort of just like nothing. Every single one of them to me, it was just like, yeah, I just didn't get what the hype was for them or what was special about them. Yeah, I don't know. I've never understood, and they reckon that the Scream films, like some of the best horrors ever made, and there was like genre-defining films that changed how horror was made. Well, if it's down to Scream that most modern horrors are shit, that's why I like all the 80s horrors, because in the 80s horrors you had characters that you really liked who you didn't want to die, and there'd be proper baddie cunts who you was waiting to die, but you didn't necessarily know they was definitely going to die or not. Most horrors nowadays, nearly every character in it is a complete cunt, and you hate them. And and then they do it so that you're literally waiting for everyone to die. I don't like that. I like watching films where I don't want the main character to die. I prefer the suspense of hoping they don't die, not hoping they do die, sort of thing. And that's the problem with a lot of modern horror. Not all horrors are like that, but there's a lot of mainstream horrors that are fucking just terrible, in my opinion. Zed said, and of course, I bought a Vampire Motorcycle, the greatest horror movie of all time. I do like that. I'm glad you put me onto that. So I may have never watched that, Zed, because I'm not a massive fan of Neil Morrissey. It is Neil Morrissey, isn't it? But he's decent in that. Jim said, yeah, Vampire Motorcycle was brilliantly terrible. Matt said, Lynch 1984 Junior's Ace. Best is Paul stabs Sting in the neck at the end. Yeah, spoiler of that. Irishman said, I watched Greyhound for a few days ago. It was only okay. John said, Mike in the US, they sell £150 draw weight pistol crossbow. Nice one. What's that then, John? You'll have to link me to that. Terror Vision, I've never seen yet, Slingshot, but that's on my list. Killer Clowns from Outer Space, yeah, I've seen that. That's a great film. B Boop said, Braindead's classic. My favourite is Black Christmas, though. Hellraiser's very good. Yeah, I got Hellraiser. Yeah, I've got a big old shelf of 80s horrors and 80s, 90s horrors. Oh, you can get that over here, John. Yeah, you can get that over here. You can get that over here. Yeah, it's basically one of them, but with the old wooden stock, and they've cut it off to pistol, haven't they? Yeah, we can buy those over here. Yeah. Yeah, Terror Vision things I've not seen yet. I've been getting a list of what was the website called? It had quite a lot of good films on, actually, because you look up lists. If you look up lists of 100 best 80s horror films, and you're like me, you would have seen 90 out of the 100, or maybe more, 95 out of the 100. There's a website called 80shorror.net, and you can find loads of really good 80s horrors on there you might not have heard of. Jim said, I reckon CGI has helped to fuck up horror movies. They were much better with real prosthetic and rubber gore back in the 80s. A lot of talent has been lost to CGI. Totally agree with you there, Jim. Yeah, I love the old special effects. Amazing stuff. That's part when I watched this, The Hidden, and there was another one I watched the other day because they're 80s. They've got all of the proper old special effects. Yeah, brilliant. Scott said crossbow ban soon. You think? Maybe. I definitely could see that potentially one day, or licensing. That's it, Richard Cerberus. I don't. Yeah, I don't think there definitely will be one, but I can't see why Scott said Evil Dead is great. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that is 80s. Yeah, or maybe late 70s. Yeah, but I love Evil Dead. Slingshot, I emailed you a video link to an awesome pistol crossbow. Oh, thank you, Slingshot. I did actually look at that. Yeah, it's a little bit too expensive for me. I think that was at least $170, wasn't it? But yeah, very nice. If you could get that cheap, that'd be well worth it. Way out of my price range though. These are only 50 quid. Yes, LG, I'm still streaming. I'll be going off soon though. Scott butter knife licensing, maybe. So I said one of the worst horrors, in my opinion, was Jeepers Creepers. I thought it was boring. Boring shit. I don't mind Jeepers Creepers, but it's it changes, don't it? Like it's boring and it goes a bit more fast paced. I didn't mind it. It's not my favourite film. I bought it on DVD though. Daniel didn't like it either. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Possession. You ever seen Possession? That's a very strange film. I think that's 1981 with Sam Neill. Fucking bizarre. If you want a weird film, check out Possession. It starts off, put it this way, if you watch Possession, it's not what you think it is. When you'll spend an hour watching it and you just think it's a man and his wife constantly arguing, and then something happens and it's fucking insane. Slingshot said, will we see a tutorial of your sword? Yeah, definitely. Tomorrow, mate. Slingshot, tomorrow. I'll be putting a video making this on and the scabbard tomorrow. It's all on my computer ready to go. Irishman said, Fort Jeepers Creepers was all right, but I don't like horror movies. It was just on TV one night and I started watching it. I'll tell you what I've got Fright Night, again, Slingshot. Me and you have very similar film tastes. Yeah, I like the Fright Night films. Right, so what I got recently was Alligator. Do you want me to just read out everything I've got in a minute? So, Alligator, Blood Quantum, Brotherhood of the Wolf, Climax, Come and See, Detention, Disorganized Crime, Dust Devil, Extraordinary. That was good. That's a new film. Extraordinary, Irish film. Back, it's a comedy horror, comedy ghost horror type thing. Extraordinary. That was really good. Housebound, It Chapter 2. I haven't seen most of these, by the way. Lady in White, Mayhem, Samurai Cop, Spring, The Babysitter, The City of Lost Children, The Fury, The Hidden, The Hunger, The Slumber Party Massacre, and Tigers Are Not Afraid. I think I've only seen 2 of them. Oh, Life Force is another one that I might watch soon. Yeah, Alien. Well, if you look up lists of horror films, although Alien and Aliens are yeah, no spoilers. Although Alien and Aliens are sci-fi, they're classed as horrors, really. Yeah, Night of the Creeps, I've seen Slingshot, that's good. Sparrow, right, mate? He says, hopefully I've not missed much. I'll be off in about 6 minutes, sadly. But yeah, good to see you on, Sparrow. How are you, mate? Freddie said, have you read the original Frankenstein doing it at school? No, do you know what, Fred? I haven't. But eventually I might read a lot of the classics. Yeah, what's Alligator about? I haven't actually seen it, but hopefully it's about alligators. Yeah, quite a lot of those films I've not seen, so no spoilers, please. Not that the alligator spoiled it. Oh no, he just told me there's an alligator in it. Life Force, yeah, I've seen a picture of like the thumbnail of it. Looks quite good, Slingshot. Yeah, the Thing would be in my top 5 films, horrors. Probably top sci-fi. Sharknado, you know what, Tactical? My mum loves any films with sharks, and she likes them because she just likes the mentalness of them. 3-headed shark. She loves all those sort of, like, she knows their shit sort of thing. She just enjoys these really crap sort of yeah, alligators like crocodiles. These really fucked up stupid shark films. Her favourite is Deep Blue Sea though. Suppose they said that about the Alien franchise. First one is a horror, the rest are sci-fi. Ah, nice. All right, yeah, that makes sense though. No, you slag them off, Tactical. No, like I said, she knows they're crap. She loves them for the crapness. I think that's why she likes them. She likes them for their sort of shitness, their mentalness. So I'm sure in the 80s movies that had a killer tyrant. That probably does exist. I'll tell you what I like about the 80s films though. So you get the really good special effects. Yeah, the Megs, that's all right. Actually, I like the Meg. I didn't think I'd like that. I'd think it was crap, and I quite liked it. So 80s films, why I like them. Special effects were really good. The practical special effects were really good. I liked the characters was different. As I said, in the 80s films, you had defined goodies and baddies. There was never any twat goodies like you have nowadays. Half the time now, the fucking protagonists, you can't stand them. In the old days, the goodies you really liked and rooted for, the baddies you hated. It was defined good and bad. They don't do that nowadays. And I like 1980s music. There's a lot of good music in the old films. Abdim, you right, mate? He said, how are you, mate? I'm all right. Good to see you on. Funhouse, I've not seen that one. That's on the list. I said, nothing beats you out of horror. I haven't watched Saturday Night Fever twice in 2 days. Gave me nightmares. But it fucking did. Fred said, you never seen the Meg. Looked right. I didn't think I'd like the Meg. I thought I genuinely would think it was crap. And I've quite liked it. Sparrow said, pre-CGI practical special effects added character. Yeah, I totally agree with you there, Sparrow. Jim said, very true, Sparrow. To the point that Geiger took legal measures to distance himself from the later Alien films. First one was awesome there. Yeah, I like the first one. I like Alien and Aliens. Both of those I think are excellent films. Irish is a Mega Gator and Dino Croc. I'll have to tell my mum about that one. He would like that. She just loves anything with sharks in for some reason. Thinks it's a legend with like a fantasy horror film for families. Yeah, that was one of Dave Bowie in, wasn't it? Was that it? Yeah. Tactical said, I agree. Love the Ray Harryhausen special effects. Yeah, that's amazing stuff, that is. That would have been pre-80s, wouldn't it? That would have been fucking... Abdin said, the boys from the black stuff. You know what? I've never seen that, but wasn't that him going around saying, gives a job? Gives a job. That was that one, it? Oh, Tom Cruise. Oh, I'm thinking of the other one, Labyrinth. Cheers, Jim. What's it? Gives a job. Sure, that was boys from black stuff, wasn't it? Gives a job. Who said gives a job? Yep. That was Yozza from the boys from the black stuff. There you go. There you go. Gives a job. So that's the point. Was Jaws a horror film? I would say it is, yeah. I would say it is. I'll tell you what, Zed. Do you know Jaws is a fucking PG? That surprises me that Jaws is a PG. Any comedies recently? Extraordinary. That was a comedy. That was fucking excellent. What else have I watched? Extraordinary was very funny. Gritters or critters? I like Jaws. Carl, you right, mate? Carl says, Mike, so Indiana Jones is a PG. That's pretty right. Surprises you, don't it? You wouldn't think they'd be PGs, would you? It amazes me. Well, Jaws is up there. As he's saying that, let me fucking look. Well, that don't make no sense. All right, Jaws isn't a PG. I lied. This still surprises me, though. It's 12, but I thought it would be more than a 12. I always thought Jaws would have been at least a 15. Freddie said he'd still watch Limmy. I've not watched Limmy for ages, but I would, yeah. Tactical, is that grit? What's Gritters? Gritters is winter. Yeah, he did say critters. Right, so you're just confusing me now. Rich said, is it true the shark they use in Jaws had a man inside operating? I think so. Let's see if this has got a little booklet in it. See if it's got a picture of a man inside the shark. Spoiler alert. It's not actually a man in a shark there. Steven Spielberg sat in the shark's mouth. Well, we'll have to watch the... That's the 7... Oh, no, 720 photos. Got a little itchy bit on the back of my head. Scott said, do you think you could make a mini can? I don't know what the legality of that would be, in all honesty. That probably wouldn't be difficult. He said, sad times, it's 11:30. I don't mind staying on for a little bit now. When the talk was getting really political, I wanted to go off about fucking an hour ago, in all honesty. When we're talking about stuff like this, I don't mind staying on a bit later. We can stay on for another 10 minutes, in all honesty, as long as it stays like this. Sparrow said they downrated a lot of older films over the years. The more time goes by, the more the younger generation gets desensitized to everything. I thought that may be the case, in all honesty. Yeah, Critters. I've got the box set for Critters. I do like Critters. Yeah, I've how many have I got? I have got the box set for Critters there. Is it 4? And then did a new one recently. That's right. So that wasn't you. You was, if anything, you was trying to stop it. Boop said the crew on Jaws was so annoyed with Spielberg, had to escape at the end. Was shoot by speedboat. Fuck's sake. Nah, that wasn't. That wasn't aimed at you, Zed. We all know who was doing the fucking political chat. I do sometimes wonder if it's people who know I don't want to talk about it, doing it on purpose. And the problem is, if that's not true, that's what I think. Not you, Zed, not none of the regulars, but you know, when you see these names that you haven't seen very often, you do wonder. It was good in the old days because you could click someone's channel, go and open it up, and then you'd see that the channel was made about 2 days ago. So then you have a slight idea then. If the channel was made 5 years ago, then you sort of know, probably not. Yeah, you missed all the politics, Jim. It was getting on my bloody nerves, to be honest. Right, so I don't really have DVDs. I was and am a bit of a DVD collector, so I collect, you know, weapons, but I also like collecting DVDs because yeah, you can download films, never need the physical disc. But sometimes I like having the physical disc, and I also like knowing that the person who made that film is actually getting a bit of money out of it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, nothing wrong with downloading things or watching them off Netflix. Slingshot said, does anyone remember Animaniacs? My favourite character was Catty Kaboo. I remember Animaniacs, yeah. Carl said, what do you think of them upgrading effects in old movies? That's wrong. Yeah, Carl, they shouldn't do that. They should not overdo old effects of CGI. That's totally wrong, isn't it? Richard, I wouldn't mind the mini submarine. They look like a shark. It'd be good to take to the coast during the summer. Scared to piss out of people. That's what I honestly had my cursor hovering over the block a few times. I was thinking about it. What I have a habit of doing nowadays, though, I have a habit of just ignoring it. And then the problem is, other people feel the need to then reply to these people. I think that's why Zed said what he said because he was replying to the bloke. But it doesn't matter. Don't only want you, Zed, in the slightest. Because I know you're just trying to, you know, give them an answer, especially when they're doing it was doing the thing that I don't like as well. Sparrow said, no need for political chat on chill streams, especially when we all know it's socialist reptilian instigating it. Exactly. They probably don't even speak our language. John Page said, Attack the Block is one of my favourites. I'll have to watch that, John, because that's Edgar Wright, isn't it? And I've always been a fan of Edgar Wright. When he started getting it is Edgar Wright, yeah. When he started getting a bit, is it Edgar Wright? I think it is. No, not Edgar Wright. It's the other one, isn't it? Joe Cornish. Sorry, it's Joe Cornish film from Madam and Joe. It's Joe Cornish. Yeah, I'll have to watch that. I like yeah, Joe Cornish from Madam and Joe. Yeah, I need to watch that one day. Joe says, I like to stream a lot because I can get a break from politics. Thank you. That's what I tried. That's what I want, really. I want a chat where you can get away from all that bollocks because surely it must do people's heads in talking about that kind of crap all the time. Come on here and have a laugh and chat about something light-hearted. The problem is though, the weapons, it automatically brings out a conversations that I don't necessarily want to talk about. It always, no matter how much I don't want to talk about it, always comes down to gun laws, and I just can't be, yeah, fucked with it basically. Yeah, Jim. Yes, good old Joe Cornish from Adam and Joe. Yeah, he's made some quite big films nowadays. Yeah, but Attack the Block. Yeah, I'm sure that was yeah, it was it. I mean, Attack the Block. Yeah. Oh, he's only done 4 films, Sam. He made fucking yeah. He done Attack the Block and The Kid Who Would Be King. Funny, I thought he'd done more than that. But Attack the Block is supposed to be very good. He directed, wrote, and produced that. And then the kid who would be king, I think is a kid's film. But Attack the Block's supposed to be good. Fred says, you know the shops are bad when hot cross buns were out before mince pies and Halloween. So Ingshot said Mike should dress like a Lord of the Rings dwarf. Maybe. But we'll think about that. If I can get the stuff for free. Jamie said, what's your favourite character in Police Academy? Yeah, Tackleberry, definitely. Yes, definitely, mate. But yeah, as I was saying, the problem with having guns and that, it always brings up the same conversations every single time. The gun law stuff and basically people who don't live in this country saying that we can't have guns, and that's not fucking true. But that's another thing. But there, you know, this is what I mean with the politics. You can't fucking get away from it. Don said, "Funny horror is my thing. No need for break." Yeah, I like a good comedy horror. Good night, Scott. I'll be going off any minute. I reckon. I'll stay until 1:45. That you can, Freddie. He said, "You know the lever action we were talking about? Yes. Does it cycle but not fire? Yeah, you can cock it and you can fire it, dry fire it. And I think if you have the right cartridges for it that you get from Denix, it will actually cycle a cartridge." Slingshot said, I'd like to see a comedy about an Englishman coming to America and gets a funny culture shock. Trying to think if that exists. You never know, might exist. Jamie said, when I worked at a brewery, went out of a girl who only had one leg. She was in charge of the hops. Fuck's sake. What's time? Might watch. That's probably too late to watch a film. Might have a relax, watch a bit. I'll just at most evenings, like late, after 12, I watch stand-up comedy by either Tim Vine, Milton Jones, or Joe Pasquale, or Harry Hill. Actually, saying that, do any of you lot know any comedians like those? So I like either one-liner comedy, stand-up comedy, or I like people who use props in their comedy. Yeah, Milton Jones is one-liners. Tim Vine is one-liners and props. Joe Pasquale is sort of one-liners and props. Harry Hill again, one-liners and props. No, I've never seen that, Zed. Kung Fu Hustle. All right, tactical. That sounds quite good. I like something a bit weird. Right, I've just searched that. All right, Peter Kay. Oh, Bill Hicks. Tell you what. Now, Bill Hicks, I do like. Right there. This is a different kind of comedy, isn't it? Sadly, he died, didn't he? But yeah, I do like Bill Hicks. He's not got a lot of DVD, does he? I think there's only one more of that. What was that saying? Oh no, I knew what you meant. Yeah, I knew what you meant. Good night, Matt. Good night, anyone who's going off. Yeah, I like Bill Hicks. I think he's excellent. It's really fucking shame he died at the age he died, didn't he? But yeah, there's not a lot of Bill Hicks stuff that was recorded. I think there's only one other DVD and then some audio stuff. It's a shame. I would love to watch loads of Bill Hicks stuff, but there's not a lot of it, is there? Everyone's telling fucking jokes now. What other ones have I got? But yeah, I don't know a lot like them. I got so apart from the ones I mentioned, I got I've got one of the Ricky Gervais ones, a couple of Lee Evans ones, and somewhere in there I've got a fucking Roy Chubby Brown. But yeah, there ain't a lot of the one-liner or prop kind of comedy. Like Bill Hicks, I love Bill Hicks. But as I say, there's not a lot of I think there's Shazam in here. I think there's like one other Bill Hicks DVD, and the rest are CDs. Fuck's sake, Oliver. Right, thank you for all the suggestions. I'll check that out. Yeah. I hope you all have a good evening. Well, comedy magicians, Carl, yeah, I'd give that a go. Joe Pasquale does a little bit of magician sort of shit, but deliberately fucks it up. I'll tell you who I used to like years ago, though. I used to like Penn and Teller. Penn and Teller used to be very good. Some of you lot might know this, some of the English viewers. Now, do you remember on Channel 4 in the mid-90s, there used to be that, there was an English magician who would do quite graphic, like bloody magic. So you had Penn and Teller who would do that, and then there was this English bloke who did it. And his one of his like masterpiece sort of tricks was to do the old being cut in half by a saw, right? But in his version, he gets cut in half, all his guts come out, and he's like dying, and you watch him die on the on it. Does anyone know who that was? I can't remember his name, but there was Penn and Teller, which are American, and there was this English magician known for like very dark magic. It'd be like horrible. Like I say, he cut himself in half with a saw, and all his guts was all over the place, and he dies on the on the thing. Yeah, good night, Devon. Get the tables. Jim, I'll have to get into Andy Kaufman. I have heard he's good. But yeah, I have heard he was good, but never, because he gets mentioned a lot by a lot of. If you watch stuff about other comedians who influence them, he comes up a lot, don't he? Dave Allen said, I know a little bit about Dave Allen. Want Don Rickles? I'll have to look up. I'll have to look up these 90s UK magicians. Right, I better go off. I'm going to find this person myself. Yeah, do you remember who that was, Jim? Yeah, very good, wasn't it? Yeah, you can remember it then. Yeah, very dark sort of magic, and he cut himself in half and left himself dead on the fucking thing. I'll find it though. I'll have a little search. Let me check Channel 4 as well. It would have been on after like the word and that. The words just come up. The word and what do you call it? Euro trash. And then this bloke would come on. Right, I better go off. Was not Paul Daniels. It wasn't David Blaine. No, way before David Blaine. This would have been before. This would have been mid-90s, early 90s, I think. Late night Channel 4. And as I say, one of them, he'd done the old cutting in half with a saw, but he killed himself in it. And it might have been that, the Secret Cabaret, actually, Joseph. Let me look that up. I think you're fucking right there. Let me look this up. Simon Drake, English magician. He is best known for innovative and shocking television series, The Secret Cabaret. Yeah, I think you're right there. I'll have to look into that. Thank you, Joseph. Yes, you're right, mate. Nice one. I'm going to look into that tonight. Fucking excellent. Yeah. Well, there you go. Got it. Did you just remember that, or did you have a look as well? But yeah, David Blaine was a punchable fight. Yeah, I'm just about to go off, Oliver, sadly. I didn't mind Paul Daniels, actually. I thought he was all right. Yeah, you're like this, not a lot. What a strange thing to say. They're not the weirdest thing ever, though. You're like this, not a lot. Fuck. Always cracked me up, that did. Nice one, Joseph. I'm glad you put me onto that, because that's one of those things I'll be trying to remember for fucking years. Yeah, I'll look into that, make sure that's definitely the right one. Yeah, in 2015, Simon was awarded 3 awards, including the most violent magician in human history. Yeah, there you go. It's got to be him. Yeah, oh, that's it. I remember it. You look it up, Jim, and you're yeah, that was it. That was the one with that bloke. Said that to Debbie every second. The lovely Debbie McGee. You're like this, not a lot. Fuck's sake. I like Paul Daniels. It was all right. Right. Good night, everyone. Cheers for watching. It was a very good ending to the stream. Nice, relaxing. Just what I like. All right. See you later, everyone. Good night, and I'll be on tomorrow. And we'll cut out all the politics talk tomorrow. I'll be timing people out tomorrow, whether they like it or not. And then if they complain, then the old banhammer comes down. Because some people don't get that. You know, if you get timed out, just come back and shut up. Don't start complaining about it, because then that means, you know. Right. Tomorrow there'll be a video of me making this, and then the cutting will probably come later. Good night, everyone. Thanks for watching. See you later.